Okay. LAHOMA. Oklahoma State. Okay.
But yeah.
Hey peeps.
What's up?
Today we're going to talk about our journey being pregnant from beginning to right now. We're still not at the end. But yeah, so in honor of our due date, which is today, August 19th, we wanted to share with you all our journey and our take on it. I guess the beginning, literally the beginning. So what made me take a test? Fast forward to December of 2020, my cycle was completely like, it had been at that point a good 7 or 8 weeks without one. And I'm like, I know it kind of fluctuates if you stop taking birth control, blah, blah, blah. But that's a long time. So I decided just take a test. So I did a Target drive up pickup order. Love that at Target. And I bought two separate kinds, just normal little pee test, and clear as day. And then I took another one, took them both, and they both did the same thing. So what that mean, right?
Man, after a long day of work, I came in after working like 10 hours. And then she want to say tracked me from the time I, let's say about 10 minutes out driving home till the time I walked through the door to the time I walked through our bedroom door. And she like had the video going and had, what was that, Fantasia?
Mm-hmm.
That was Fantasia.
Baby mama.
Baby mama, you know what I'm saying, going. I'm like, man, what's all this? You doing all this for? And this thing, you know, she told me, and I was so happy.
So fast forwarded, did the first doctor's appointment, and literally was they estimated that I was 8 weeks at that point, which is pretty substantial. So started making those appointments, did the ultrasound, all of that loveliness. Um, we decided to do a genetic test at about 9 weeks, and this is just like a genetic test. Um, you don't really have to do it, but I really did it because of my family history with a lot of diseases, disorders, whatever. And I'm like, okay, what the heck? Let's do it. So we did it, just a blood test, which also tells us the sex of the baby as well via blood test. So we did that at like 9 weeks. So early on, we pretty much knew or could have known what the baby was. What else? So we had like a million, not necessarily a million. After that 9 weeks, I didn't have another appointment till 12. I think 10 or 12. Don't get me wrong. Um, and that's just like an ultrasound, talk to the doctor. And I want to say at the 12-week appointment, ultrasound, that's when my OB stated that she wanted me to see a specialist about the baby's organs. So she had told me what she thought it was, what it could be. And at this point, I had scheduled all my appointments on Wednesdays, which is Franklin's off day. So he was there, he was there for the ultrasound, but he couldn't go into the doctor's appointment. Of course, COVID, you know how that goes. But anywho, so that appointment is when she told me she thought that he, did we know it was a he at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he had a heart or organ disorder called situs inversion.
That I'm not claiming.
And that was where your organs are flipped. So, everything is on the opposite side. So of course, first time mom, not knowing nothing about nothing, that completely, just was crazy, and you're like, what's going on? So I walk out of this appointment. Franklin's there, and then how was I at that appointment?
Elated,
You remember that appointment?
a little boo-hooing, a little crying, a little everything. I mean, like I say, it's they don't know nothing until the baby actually get here and they can actually examine the baby.
So we can fast forward. I went to see a specialist. The specialist looked at the organs, and this was at the point any moms out there know, you have to do kind of, what is that called? Like when they check the organs and the physical, body of the baby. So we did the specialist, and they recommended me to go see just to do an echogram. So at the echogram is where it's like a detailed sonogram. That was what, 3 hours of laying there.
For me, it was just sitting there, so that's why I'm like fast forward, but she still want to go over it like
So
fast forward.
fast forward a little bit more. Now we're at the final stages, the third trimester, and I think we're as prepared as we can technically get. Right?
Yep.
We've done classes. We've read books and talked to people and doctors and you
Now
name
I'm
it.
just ready for little Junior get here. That's it. Old Deuce, Frank number 2.
So we just gotta get him out of here. At this point, like I said, today's our due date. So we're just waiting for him to get here. I would say patiently waiting. I think my patience have went a little thin. I don't think
your
I'm
patience
patient.
always thin. So
I don't think I'm patiently waiting anymore.
no, you're not. I'm just hey, come on, kick the court, little man. Kick the court, little man.
Him and this you learned during this process.
God is everything. It's more like He's with you through every step of the way. He's we don't know His ways. We don't understand His ways. But when He always steps in, He steps in right on time.
That's very true. Like I would say this overall arching thing that I've learned, is to has increased this overall has increased my faith and just trust, because all of this is outside of our hands. There's nothing we could do. There's nothing I could take. There's nothing,
Exactly.
I could do to change anything.
So the only thing left is just to let it go and let God.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's it. That's all. And
That's
that's
it.
all I can do. That's all we can do. That's all y'all should do. Let go and let God. And watch Him work. And when you see Him work, just thank Him. Matter of fact, thank Him in advance.
For what he's going to do.
I'm telling you. Because He's worked miracles.
I mean, who's to say that we ended up pregnant, not even 3 months, after stopping birth control and all of that, I know people who have fertility issues and all of that. So, I mean, just that in itself is a blessing to be able to carry him, full term, and to share this experience is a blessing. Many women and couples do not have that opportunity. So we definitely thank God for that, for sure. And of course, it's forced me patience. Even though my patience are still kind of like one, I got one though now. But it's taught me patience because you can't really fast forward anything, especially all these unknowns. You just have to literally wait until he gets here to see. And patience is nothing that I handle well.
She don't.
Emotions I don't handle well.
She don't.
So that's also has had me
Up and down.
right. I'm not an emotional person, but this has literally been the most emotion crying time of my whole life put together in one.